super important that you keep your extra headshots and resume, and I'll show you some things that I like to keep inside. This is my favorite one. There's so many flavors. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 essentials that you should always have with you at every audition. Hi everyone, it's Brooklyn, current NFL cheerleader and PCP graduate with Sideline Prep. So let's get into it. The first essential that you should be bringing to every single audition is an extra headshot and resume. So as you can see, I have mine here. It is in a protective sleeve, and I also think that it's super important that you keep your extra headshots and resumes in a protective folder or sleeve like this, just so if you are putting them in your backpack or your dance bag that they're not getting ruined. It is always, always, always important to bring an extra one. You never know if the judges or the audition staff are going to want an extra copy, or they might have lost your copy, or water could have spilled on it and it got ruined. You never know what scenario could happen, so it's always essential to be prepared and have an extra headshot and resume. I would also say that you should have at least 2 headshots and 2 resumes with you. Again, you never know how many copies they're going to ask for, and I think it's just super important that you have more than one with you. The second essential that I highly recommend bringing is hair and makeup touch-ups. So I actually have my little touch-up travel case here with me, and I'll show you some things that I like to keep inside. So the first thing that I like to keep is a compact mirror. I know that this one is a little big, but it fits perfectly inside of my travel case. And this one actually is super nice because it has a mirror. This side is a regular mirror, and then this side is a magnifying mirror, so it gets really close. Actually, this is the brand. My grandma got me this as a gift. I'm not sure where she got it from, but I'm sure you can find these online and in stores too. I love this because it is so important to have. You never know if you're gonna have access to a mirror when you're at an audition. If you quickly wanna do some touch-ups, this is a great thing to have. The next thing that I like to keep in my touch-up case is powder and a powder puff. This one is dirty because I like to use it clearly, but having this is super important because as dancers, we work hard, we sweat, especially on our face. And if your makeup starts to separate, it's always nice to have a powder puff and some powder to just quickly fix those areas where you may be sweating. Lastly, the last thing I would highly recommend putting in your makeup touch-ups is setting spray. This is my favorite one. I love it. You can find this at any drugstore or at any Walmart or Target. They have these everywhere, even Ulta. I love this. After doing your makeup, if you spray the setting spray, it just locks it in place. And again, if you're there for a long audition day and you feel like your makeup needs a little refresh, having some setting spray is a great thing to use. So I would say those are my top 3. Another one actually I just found in my makeup case is eyelash glue. If you are required to wear fake eyelashes, it is always important to bring extra eyelash glue with you, just because, again, as dancers, we sweat and that's completely normal, but our eyelashes, again, it's a long day, you never know. They could start to melt off, they could fall off. You could have an incident where you're doing an arm motion and you accidentally hit your eyelash. I've had that happen to me in the past. So I just think that these are great things to keep inside of your makeup case. And for hair essentials, I would say always, always have hairspray. If your curls may be falling out, or depending on how you want to style your hair, it's always important to just have that hairspray with you. The next essential that I would highly recommend having with you is an extra outfit and tights. So I know when we do pro style auditions, we love to have the rhinestones and all the things, but you never know what could go wrong or what can happen on audition day. So it's always important to be prepared and bring an extra outfit. Whether that is an outfit that is rhinestoned and similar to the outfit you are wearing for auditions, or just having a basic black top and shorts. So here are just some shorts that I always keep with me, and an extra black sports bra. Having no logos is something I do recommend. It's just a cleaner look and a safer look for judges. It's not distracting. So I'd always say have an extra audition outfit, whether it's rhinestoned or it's not rhinestoned. And I'd also say that black is a very safe color if you have a pink outfit and the team's colors are green and blue. you want to kind of stay on theme to the team that you're auditioning for. So I would say black or a neutral color is the best way to go. And then having tights as well. These are the tights that I keep with me. There's so many brands of tights out there. These are a great brand that you can buy from, but there's also brands at stores around you like Target, Walmart, CVS, and stuff like that. So always having backups. And I would also recommend having more than one pair of these, because as dancers, we're moving around so much. Your tights can get snagged on things. They can rip very easily. So having more than one pair of these in your backpack or your dance bag is super important as well. The next essential that you must bring with you to every single audition is snacks. It's super important to stay fueled throughout audition day, and you never know how long audition day can actually be. When I was auditioning for the first time for my NFL cheer team, we weren't given an end time. So we just knew the start time, but we never knew how long the day was going to go. So I thought to myself, ooh, I better bring snacks because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And it's important that I stay fueled throughout the day, because as dancers, we need the energy, we need the fuel, and having snacks is important to keep us at our best throughout those long audition days. So a snack that I personally love and would recommend is these. You can find these, again, any grocery store, but I love these. This is a turkey stick, but I like these because they're a quick source of protein. And again, as dancers, we're exerting a lot of energy, and it's so great to have protein when you are dancing and in between rounds, or if you're just able to sneak it in. Obviously not when rounds are going on, but you know what I mean. So I love having these, and they're sealed, they're packaged nice, they're very small. They also make half sizes of these, so minis, which is great, and I love those ones too. There's so many flavors, but whatever snack you like and fits with you, as long as it's not messy. I wouldn't recommend anything that's homemade, because again, that can get messy. You want to make sure your outfit's staying clean. You want to make sure your hands are staying clean. So having something like this where it's not messy, it's packaged nice, is a great thing to bring with you to an audition. Obviously, bring more than one, because one of these, it may be enough for you, but for me personally, it's definitely not enough. I also like to have options, so I bring other snacks. And my last tip with the snacks is to never try something new on audition day. You guys know your body's best, and it's so important that you are eating what your body likes. You don't want to ever try something new on audition day because you don't want any mishaps. So eat what you're comfortable with and bring things that aren't going to upset your stomach. The last thing I would highly recommend that you bring to every audition is a notebook. So this is my planner and notebook from last year. My current one is with all of my stuff. If there is a time where you're receiving feedback, whether it's from the judges or other people that you were inspired by, or you're having important conversations and you want to take notes, it's important that you have your notebook with you so that you can write down everything. I also think that directors and people in the audition really appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to write down the feedback that you are receiving. So I would say that having this is super, super, super important. It makes you look professional, and it's something that stands out. So those are my 5 essentials that I highly recommend you guys bring with you to your audition. It helps ease the mind and ease stress. We know that auditions can be stressful as they are, so making sure that you are bringing these things with you will definitely ease the stress and make sure that the day is running smoothly. I also recommend bringing an open mind and a positive attitude. Take every audition in and always, always, always be present. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for you, and good luck in all of your future auditions.